Good morning, dear students. I Vidya Sagar, your SS teacher. Welcome you all in the e-learning class of Modern Literature Suzwa. I'm going to start subject history of standard 7, and this is chapter 4, the Mughal Empire, and fourth video lecture on the topic. Dear students, yesterday we were talking about the Mansabdars. So Mansabdars, those peoples who were taking the important position during the Mughal Empire, and those Mansabdar basically they were recognized on the basis of the Jat. The higher the Jats they have, it was considered that they were the higher ranker officer, and this was known there. Now, in the Akbar regions, the Jagir were also carefully assessed so that the revenue were roughly equal to salary of the Mansabdar. It means the Jagirs, those lands which was given and the taxation which was collected from there, it was carefully assessed by them, because all the salaries, the basic, the salaries was depending on the revenue of that Jagirs. Okay, now during Aurangzeb region, it was no longer, and the actual revenue collected was often less than the granted sum. It means this thing was not during the Aurangzeb region, and basically there was less revenues there, and there they also have to be wait for they receive the Jagirs, as Aurangzeb, who was also unable to control this development during the last year of his reign, and peasantry therefore suffered tremendously. Dear students, during the Mughal Empire, the Akbar and their courtiers, they were very wisely managing all the empires. Wherever Akbar was illiterate, he was not too much scholastic, but his courtiers, his Navratnas, they were too much wise that they all were manage the all whole the empire, as well as they all were devoted toward the Akbar. Okay, next is Jabt and Jamindars. The main source of income available to Mughal was on produce of the peasantry. So in most of the places, the peasant paid taxes through the rural peoples, like the headmen or the local chieftains. Okay, these were also appointed by the Mughals. Okay, so basically along with all the terms, they were considered as Jamindars. Okay, that means Jamindars, the word was taken and it was considered for all the, and basically it was considered for all the peoples. Okay, Akbar, revenues minister, who was Todar Mal, he was carried the careful survey of the crop yield, as well as the prices and areas cultivated for 10 years of a period, like 1570 to 1580. So on the data of the previous 10 years, he had fixed the tax on each crop. Okay, and each province that was divided into the revenue circle with its own schedule of revenue rates for individual crops. This was known as Japt. Okay, this system was known as Japt. It means the revenue that was collected from a particular province, that was known as Japt. Okay, and it was prevalent in those areas where Mughal administration could survey the land and keep very carefully accounts. So all this was done, but basically this was not in Gujarat and Bengal also, because in there the Jamindars, they basically exercise the great deals of powers, and the exploitation by the Mughal administrators could drive them to rebellion. That's why these were not done there. And the Jamindars peasants of the same caste allied in rebelling against the Mughal authority. So the peasants' revolts challenged the stability of Mughal Empire in the end of the 17th century. As those Jamindars who were considered as being there, they were not evolving too much, okay, and just they left. Now Akbarnama and Aine Akbari. So Akbar, he has ordered one of his close friend and courtier Abul Fazl to write the description about him. Okay, so Abul Fazl, he has written the 3 volume of the Akbar's region titled Akbarnama. Okay, the first was dealt with the Akbar ancestors. Second was recorded with event of Akbar region, and third, the Aine Akbari, it was deal with the Akbar administration, the armies, revenue, and his empires. Okay, wherever it also provides the rich details about the tradition cultures of people living in India, as well as the most interesting aspects of the Aine Akbari was rich statistical details about diverse crop yields, prices, wages, and revenues. See, the kings and their courtiers, as in standard 6 you have read about that the prasastis that was written. So those prasastis, now in the name of the king, these accounts were prepared. And as we are watching here, a closer look of Akbar policies. Now the features which were led down by the Akbar were elaborately discussed by the Abul Fazl in book Akbarnama, in particular in the last volume Aine Akbari. Abul Fazl, he has explained the empire was basically divided into the provinces, and each was known as Suba, governed by Subdar, who carried out both the political as well as the military function, and each province has a financial officer called Diwan for the maintenance of peace and order in his province. The Subdar was supported by their officers. See how this system at that time was very elaborately discussed, and by this system each and everything was done there. Okay, dear students, read the paragraph and keep watching. Thank you.